Here it is, part 2 of my top 10 movies I refuse to watch. Number 5 is Brokeback Mountain. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, it's because it's a gay couple and you're homophobic. How can you say that during Pride Month? First of all, I'm not homophobic. And that's not why I'm not going to watch this movie. I refuse to watch this movie. It's very simple. I don't like cowboy movies. I said that in my last video, remember? I don't like cowboy movies, don't like westerns, especially spaghetti westerns, so I'm not going to watch it. I know you're probably thinking, come on, it's not a cowboy movie. Yeah. But I remember somebody tried to get me to watch the movie saying it's not a cowboy movie, and they got to the real reason why I don't want to watch this movie. I refuse to watch it. And she tried to tell me, oh, it's not a cowboy movie. It's a love story. It's a romance movie. It just so happens to have two guys in it. And at that point I went, oh, in that case, double no, because I don't like romance movies. Yeah, as you all know, I don't like romance movies in general. I could probably think of only like 3 or maybe 5 romances off the top of my head that I actually like. And they told me that it was they build it up, it's a slow build till they discover who they are. It's like, oh, you're telling me it's a romance movie and it's slow paced and boring? No, I'd fall asleep. I would fall asleep because it's just going to be boring to me just watching a romance movie that's slow and so slow build. So, no, I'm not going to watch this movie. So there it is. Now, before I get to the top 4, there's going to be a swear warning right now because I can't talk about these next 4 movies without swearing. So there it is. There's your warning. So here we go. Number 4 is Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh, fuck this movie, man. I saw the trailers for this and it looked like shit. And as you know, I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. I think it's a great anime and a great manga. And yes, I will have part 4 of my retrospective up, hopefully by the end of this month. I thought I had it up before, but we'll get to that later. But as far as this movie goes, the trailers look like utter shit. I watched it, was like, this can't be Dragon Ball. This can't be Dragon Ball Z. Goku doesn't go to school. He doesn't have a high school crush on Chi-Chi. What the fuck is going on here? And Piccolo doesn't have a female sidekick. He's not... Ugh. And there was so much... I just like, no. Oh, God, no, I'm not watching this movie. And everyone who has ever seen this movie has told me, this movie blows hard. It's just terrible. I mean... Team 4-Star has talked crap about this movie. Screen Junkies had a funny ass video about it. But oh god, there's just as bad as some of the animated Dragon Ball Z movies are. I would much rather watch all of those back to back than to watch Dragon Ball Evolution even once. Oh, the hell is this movie? Fuck it. Number 3 is Titanic. Speaking of fuck this movie, I mean, first of all, this movie is long. This was made in the 90s before, 2.5 hour and 3 hour movies were basically the standard with Lord of the Rings and The Dark Knight and movies like that. And so I remember when the movie came out, there was actually a drive-in. Remember those? And they used to show 2 movies and the combined would be about 3 hours, 3.5 hours or so. But when Titanic came out, it was being shown by itself because it was so damn long that it would be the only one that should be shown. And I remember this movie came out, several of my cousins got dragged to watch this movie by their girlfriends. And whenever I talked to them afterwards, they all say, that movie sucks ass, man. Do not watch this movie. And you know what? If you're watching this, you know I'm talking to you, and you know you told me this. This movie is just shit. It's just complete and utter shit. And I was like, good, I'm never gonna watch this movie. One of the only times I'm glad I didn't have a girlfriend, because I knew she would want to drag me to that movie, even if she physically had to drag me to it. And so this movie is just, it tortured several of my family members, and it's the movie that got me to not watch DiCaprio movies. And even though I admit now I should watch at least one DiCaprio movie, people telling me that he was great in Django Unchained or Catch Me If You Can and things like that. But no matter what, I will never watch this movie. And this top three, the only way anybody's going to get me to watch this is if, I'm knocked unconscious like a blow dart and strap me to a chair and hold my eyes open like a Clockwork Orange. I'll just torture me like that. Yeah. But number 2 is Twilight. Ah, shit. This is what, the second or third time I've talked about these movies. But with this movie, again, called my family. I remember when the first trailer, when the first posters actually, before the even trailers that came out, it just said, when you can live forever, what do you live for? And I had no idea about the books or anything like that, so I thought it was going to be, kind of like a study piece in a sense, so kind of a thinking man's kind of a movie where you say, hey, this guy's lived for so long, but what does he really live for? Does he even care anymore? Does he want to die? I was wondering what it was about. And then somebody, a classmate of mine, told me, oh, it's about, it's a love story with vampires. Like, oh, fuck. No, never mind. Never going to watch this piece of shit then. Well, I didn't call it a piece of shit then, but I would later. And I remember people told me, it's like, oh yeah, and the vampires, they don't burn when they get into sunlight. Wait a minute, and I said, wait a minute, that's what all vampires do, except for the ones in Supernatural. What do they do? And they told me, oh, they sparkle. Are you fucking kidding me? Shit. I mean, like, what the fuck, man? And at that point, I was like, no, never watching this movie. And again, a couple of my cousins got dragged, or tricked, I should say. They got tricked into watching because they were told it was a vampire movie. And one of them got dragged to the second one, said it was a vampire and werewolf movie. And they came out of that and they said, I can't believe he tricked me like that. I've been lied to. I was lied to. That movie sucked. So, yeah, never watching these movies. And I remember one of my cousins told me that he read the book. He read the books and he said the books are just garbage. They're just garbage. It's like this woman doesn't even know how to write. And if I thought, man, it couldn't get any worse than this. And I did enjoy the joke for a while. I said, blank and blank, still a better romance story than Twilight. Until number 1, 50 Shades of Grey. Or as the hilarious movie reviewer here on YouTube, Jeremy Johns, calls it, 50 Shades of Socially Acceptable Porn that your girlfriend is going to say she's allowed to watch even though she made you delete your entire digital stash. Yes. What a hypocrisy, huh? But yeah, basically, it's smut. When people told me about this movie and these book series, I just said, that's porn. It's porn. And they said, yeah, it's porn for women. And again, the same cousin of mine actually read the books, the poor bastard. He told me, man, the books are bad. They're so terrible, but they're hilarious because of how unabashedly shitty they are. And when you find out that this was basically Twilight fan fiction that got turned into a shitty book that is now apparently a shitty movie, that was just a whirlwind of, oh, hell no, I'm not watching that. Oh, hell no. And these sort of things make me say, like, wow, some people have really terrible taste in movies and books if that shit is popular. If Twilight and 50 Shades of She porn are deemed quality material, quality reading material. But yeah, I refuse to watch all these movies. Don't try and get me to watch them. Don't try and trick me to watch them, because I will not watch them. And so that's it. That's what I've got. What do you think? What are some movies that you refuse to watch? I mean, utterly refuse to watch. Let me know in the comments. And I've got another top 10 coming up, probably about movies, but I might also get back to the retrospective of Dragon Ball Z. So until then, take care. Bye.